Hello everyone, today we are going to learn how to measure the weight. So for this lesson, you will learn to compare the weights of the object directly using a balance. And the second thing, you will learn to measure and compare the weights of object by using the smaller object. So the first topic we are going to go through, what does it mean by light and heavy? Alright. For example, we have the water bottle here and we have the pencil case. So which one is heavier? So you can use your hands to make the comparisons. Alright. So after you're using your hands, and you will feel that the water bottle is heavier than the pencil case. And it is due to the size of the object. Of course, no, because for these things, if we are talking about heavier, so it's not talking about the size. Although the balloon have the bigger size here, but it's still lighter than the orange. Alright, we are talking about how you feel. It's not talking about the size only. Alright, although the balloon have the larger size, but it is lighter than the orange. So for the first one, you can just find out the object. You can find out the rubber and the stepper at your home. You have to compare the weight by using your hand. So which one is a heavier one? Yes, the stepper is the heavier one. And the second thing, you can compare the pencil with the correction pen. Which one is the heavier one? Alright, you may think that they are really close to each other, and actually the correction pen is more heavier than the pencil. So sometimes when you're using your hand, you can't feel which one is heavier. Alright, for example, the correction pen and the stepper here, we don't know which one is heavier. So that moment, so what should you do? So actually you can use some tools to compare their weight. For example, the rubber band or eraser or ruler and or a hanger, etc. Alright, we have some tools for helping us choose. So we may use the balance to measure their weight. What is the disadvantage of the two steps before is if their weights are close to each other, then we won't and we can't compare their weights by using the two steps before. So that's why we may need to use the balance. Right? There is one type of the balance here is what is used to measure the weight. Alright, we can also use this to compare the weight of some object. For example, here, I see that the balance one side is dropping down, which means that this side is heavier. Alright, and the other one is going up, so which means that the other one, the biscuit here, is lighter. I try to use the comparative work when talking about which one is heavier, which one is lighter. Right? And the second thing is you see that the marshmallow is going up. Alright, so which means that this one is lighter. And the chocolate is going down, so the chocolate is heavier. And if you see that the balance, oh, the level are the same. What does it mean? Which means that the weight of these two are the same. Alright, sometimes we may use the small object, for example, the marbles here, to measure the weights between different items. We have different cups here. So for the white cup, you see that we have total 32 marbles here. And we will measure the weight of the blue cup again by using the marbles, so that we know that the blue cups weighs 26 marbles here, right? After you finish, write it down, and you see that they are using the same unit, which is the marbles here, and you see that the number of the marble in broad cups is smaller than the number of the marble using in to measure the right cup, which means that the right cup here is heavier than the broad. Alright, here is a little summary. You can compare the weight of object directly by using the balance, like this. If you see that one is going up, the marshmallow going up, which means that this one is lighter, and one is going down, the chocolate is going down, which means that this one is heavier. The second thing is we can measure and compare the weight of object by using some small objects here, like the marbles. Alright, you see that the level they are the same, which means that the weight of these two things are the same. So in this time, you may note the weight of the white object is 32 marbles here. So 32 marbles is the weight of the white club. Alright, so that's all for today. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.